With the scratching of pre-race favourite Safe Passage, the World Sports Betting SA Derby sees Red Saxon at the top of the boards, closely followed by ARAGOSTA and Litigation.
Litigation goes on strongly here to win the Derby trial by 3 lengths.
Down the inside is Red Saxon.
Winner of the Wsb Sa Classic, Red Saxon, saw his merit rating jump 11 points from 107 to 118. Placing him 1 point higher than dual Grade 2 winner, Safe Passage.
Red Saxon for Joe Soma has won it.
Joey, just how good is Red Saxon?
Michelle, that's a very, very good question. Very, very good question. He's very good. As I'd like to say, any horse that wins a Group 1 race has to be talented in some form. His win in the Classic I thought was very brave, very courageous. I thought it was one of the nicer races to watch, and I have to say, pity there had to be a loser, because I thought Safe Passage was very brave as well. But in saying that, I've been blessed with very, very good horses in my time. Obviously the 2 best I believe that I rate is Got the Green Light and Special Preview. At this stage of his career, I don't think he's at that level, but he's as good as many of the other Group 1 winners that I've had. He's very, very talented horse. He surprises me more and more. Every day I sort of come to the track and watch him. He seems to improve and mature more and more from week to week. I wasn't sure if I was going to go the Derby or not, but I kept my cards open, and we galloped him on Friday morning, last week Friday morning, and his gallop was absolutely phenomenal. The improvement was there. His time was faster than it's ever been. So it was an outstanding gallop. But in saying that, it's always hard to win a Group 1 race. No race is easy, never mind a Group 1. So lots of respect for the opposition.
ARAGOSTA was not far off Safe Passage in the SA Guineas and Red Saxon in the Classic.
Yeah, I think we're leaning more towards what he wants. For me, he's a 2,000 metre plus horse. He's out of a Galileo mare. I get he's by Rafif. But he's always a horse that's finishing his races off pretty well. And, I think he's a big runner over this course and distance for sure.
What do you make of the quality of the field?
I think we're in trouble with the quality of our classic fields, to be honest with you. I think the average merit rating in the field is roughly around 86, 87, 88. That's gross, so we're net in the 70s. So in terms of quality in the classics, we're in dire straits in my opinion.
But it's still Litigation who's in control with 100 metres left to go.
The progressive Litigation was a fluent winner of the listed Derby trial in March.
Sean, Litigation is progressive and is coming along the right way, but what do you make of the draw in this race?
I'm not too concerned about the draw, Michelle. There's a lot of time to get over from the draw, whether you decide to drop out or go forward. There'll be options from that draw. I'm not really concerned. He's had a lovely preparation. He's certainly improving as we're stepping him up. Obviously this is a big ask to come from listed company to a Group 1 at level weights, but obviously we did give weight all round in the Derby trial. He was impressive, and yeah, I'm happy to take my chances.
But it's ZEUS that's hit the front strongly.
4-time winner ZEUS took a big step up in class last time out when finishing 8 lengths back to Red Saxon in the SA Classic. Having won aboard ZEUS in 4 of his 5 starts before running down the field in the SA Classic, Gavin Lorena now finds himself aboard Litigation for Sean Terry. Keegan de Mello picks up the ride on ZEUS for Fabian Habib.
And Platinum Sky has gone for home.
Dual winner Platinum Sky is better than his last outing in the SA Classic, where things didn't go his way.
What happened in the SA Classic last time out?
Well, that's probably the question that we're still asking ourselves. I mean, it was possible that one of his testicles got up into the channel, and that could have caused a disappointing showing. He is still a puppy. He is still coming along the right way. It was soft going. So there were a few question marks that are unanswered. but he is a lovely horse, and yeah, he's in a really good place.
TABEBUIA's got a 4-length advantage.
After breaking his maiden at Turfentine in February, TABEBUIA then finished second to Litigation in the listed Derby trial. Gavin, TABEBUIA's form looks to be building nicely coming into this race.
Yeah, he's a horse that's progressive, and you know, that's the type of 3-year-old that you want. I raced him as a 2-year-old. It was too early for him, and he was still maturing and too big for it, so he ran places, which was nice. But since moving here to the Highveld, he's enjoyed these longer straights. His first run was at the Vaal, and he came from about 15 lengths behind and ran on very nicely, and then his next run here he won very comfortably, and yeah, he's running the Derby trial I'm very happy with it. He's coming on with every run, so there's also wouldn't leave out of the quartets, even the trifectas. I think he's going to be competitive. I'll be very surprised if he doesn't run in the money. But of course, racing is racing, and I'd like to cause an upset.
Wonderful.
London Roads may have only had 4 outings to date, winning 2, but has shown he can stay the trip.
But London Roads has stayed on well.
Yes, he stays all day. The further the better. He was a very immature horse as a 2-year-old, and even in the early parts of his 3-year-old career, but we always knew he had a little bit of ability just to get it out of him, and he's improving daily. He's come through his last 2 wins very, very well, and I think he's the genuine stayer in the Derby. He might not be as classy as those top ones, but he definitely stays.
With Pleasures coming home strongly.
Having finished in the money in 4 of his last 5 outings, With Pleasure now steps up in class.
With Pleasure is a horse that every time I ride him, he just keeps improving and improving. He ran a very good race last time in the Derby trial. He's obviously held on form there in that race, but with a few runners in the same race. But it is a Derby. It's a 2,450 meters. I think he will enjoy the distance. Obviously there are 2 very strong runners in the race, but the question mark is if they will stay. So I have won the Derby before with an outsider, and sometimes the good horses don't stay in the race, and I think he is quite a nice horse, this horse. Every time I ride him, even at track he's doing so well. Every time I ride him, he's just a better horse all the time. So I'm holding thumbs. He's got a nice draw, also a very easy horse to ride. He places himself quite nicely, and then he doesn't really travel in the race. So, but he does make up a lot of ground, and what I felt with him last time, he will definitely see the 2,450 out. We're hoping for a good run.
ABLUEAZURE races in graded stakes company for the first time, having recently won a merit rated 71 handicap in February.
ABLUEAZURE.
It's a Group 1 race, and we don't want those fields to be so small, so we just left him in for, that's one of the reasons. And if you can run 4th or 5th, it would be lovely for that syndicate, Runchada and Wandrippen, and they said, let's just leave him in. So he's come through his last run well, and I've got a feeling that he does stay.
What do you make of the quality of the field this year?
You know what, unfortunately Safe Passage had to be pulled out. I thought he was definitely the horse to beat, because he looked like he had stamina and class about him. Now it makes it a little bit, I wouldn't say a lucky dip, but Red Saxon, he's the class horse in the race at the moment, but we've got to just see if he stays. If he stays, he's obviously the horse to beat.
Yeah, he's a very, very good horse. I think he's improved, and there's no use waiting to see if he stays or not. If we got July as one of the targets for this season, we've got to find out now if he stays or not. If he doesn't, it's not the end of the world. If he gets beat, not the end of the world. There's a lot of other 1,600, 1,800 meter races available for him. I always felt that ARAGOSTA would be better suited to a 2-4, and Litigation couldn't have been more impressive in his Derby trial, his last win.
Litigation also going over the trip for the first time, but also classy. So we've got to just see how they stay. I know my horse, he definitely stays.
So we've got our work cut out, but looking forward to Saturday, and I hope it's a very successful day.